Okay, there it goes. Yeah. So about being present in class. So you know that there's a rule from the faculty that you must attend the class like 80%. Yeah. 80% from 14. So we have 0.222. You have a chance to not be present in class like in 2 times for the whole semester, 2 from 14 meetings. But in my case, I usually don't really take your absence in class, yeah, as a rule, as a condition for you to participate in the exam. The reason is because you are now a mahasiswa. Siswa, that is maha in Indonesian. Maha means great, yeah. So and you also you are assumed uh, to be matured for now compared with during your high school years, yeah. When you enter the university level, you are assumed to be better matured compared with your schooling years. I mean, your high school years and before. So you are expected to be able to make a good decision for yourself. Yeah, I mean, this is my way to teach you to be matured, being able to make a decision. You know how to make a priority. You know the value added of or for of each of your decision. Yeah, usually we are faced by two decision. I mean, in the final you have to make a choice between two choices, right? And each choices has a consequence. Each choices gives you a value added, so you know which gives the best result, right? As an economic student, you know what a trade-off means. So based on that, I'm teaching you to make a decision. But every decision makes a consequence, and the decision is made by you. So you have to be responsible for each of the consequence that you make. Yeah. So that's why, based on that, I don't really take into account your presence or your absency in class as a requirement for participating in the final and midterm exam. And another thing, this is a rule for my class. It's a privilege for you, so please don't share it with your other friends from other classes. Because I sometimes hear a protest from other lecturers that sometimes each lecturer would have a different rules or policy for their classes. But I mean, it's our prerogative how to manage the class, right? So for this case, I hope you can just keep this as your own, for your own, yeah. No need to share to your friends that, hey, you know what, we have some leniency in the static class by Ibu Sita because of this. Just keep it for your own, okay? Okay, so those are my rules. Do you have any questions about the rules that I have set? So this is the scoring component. I will share this material in a mass. So yeah, any question? Okay, this is my grading style, just to remind you again, and learning method. Any question? Okay. If there are no questions from you for now, so this is the topics that we will have during the whole semester. This introduction to statistic and descriptive statistic. There are 4 subtopics, and you will learn this in the first 3 sessions. Then we have index number, probability concept, and some bits of probability distribution will be the materials that will be discussed for the midterm exam. I think it's until discrete variable, probability distribution for discrete variable. So these are the materials for the first half semester. And then the next is probability distribution for continuous variable, continued with sampling distribution, and then statistic inference. So these are all the materials that you will learn from the STATEK quiz class. Yeah. This is our main reference. I believe you all have access to the reference, okay? But sometimes I may share you the materials just in case I will ask you to work on some questions that is provided from the book. Okay, just like before, I shared you some parts of the chapter because I gave you some reading materials. Okay, so we have a complete 7 weeks to conduct our session. No holidays between the days from our schedule, yeah. And from the information I got from the faculty, the midterm will start on the 11th, yeah, the 10th. I mean, yeah, the 10th of October. So our last session will, the last session before midterm will be on the 7th of October. Okay, and yeah, there will be a holiday on Friday this week, yeah, but it's not a schedule for us, so we're fine with the this holiday. Okay, and this group, I assume, because there hasn't been any requests about any of you not being assigned in any group, so I assume that all of you, there are 40 students in my class. This is the list of the students that I got from SIAC NG. And I have assigned you all to the groups, and you have worked with your group before, yeah, from the first session. So I assume that there hasn't been any problem with this groupings, yeah. Okay, so let's just start the material for today. So what we will discuss is it's just like not a refreshment. Yeah, I'm just explaining what you have learned previously on your own and individual learning, which you also have discussed with your group. So if you still have any question, please feel free to stop me and just say, Ibu, I have some question. Okay, just stop me and ask question. Okay, so let's start. So for today, we will discuss about statistic, the need of sampling, structured and unstructured data, big data, and then ways of organizing data. What is a frequency distribution, classification of variables, graph or data presentation. Scatter plots, stem and leaf, you've worked on it. Box plot and outlier, I will discuss that tomorrow. I mean, on the next session, on the third session. Central tendency and measure of dispersion, it's in a red colored font because this is our discussion for the third session. Okay, this is the outcome. I mean, the expectation, what you will gain from learning from the first until the third session. Okay, you can read it on your own later on. So it's like a reflection for you at the end of the session. Have you been able, are the statement provided here, do you have the ability or not? If you still don't understand some points, that's when you, of course, can ask questions. Yeah, and you have to ask questions. Another thing that I would also like to tell you that there's ChatGPT also. I myself use ChatGPT, uh, and it's quite helpful as long as you give a correct questions. Yeah, sometimes they probably may give some answers that doesn't fit from what you expect uh, for the answers. Yeah, you feel that the answer is not yet um, uh, fits. Yeah, it's not really correct. Yeah, you can just refine the way you ask. Yeah, that's how you use ChatGPT. So actually, what we forbid from ChatGPT is that you get the answer, all the answers, copy paste the answer from ChatGPT. We expect that you also understand it. Then you try to reword the answer to if you use ChatGPT to help you answer a problem, for instance. Yeah. Another thing that we forbid is get ideas or let ChatGPT to like write an article for you while well probably you can use not probably you may use ChatGPT to refine your writings, but the important thing is that you need to give an original idea uh, to make a writing, and ChatGPT can help you to refine your writing. That is okay, but to let ChatGPT give the ideas fully from ChatGPT. That's what is forbidden in the academic field. Yeah. Okay, so ChatGPT is okay. Of course, it helps us a lot. Also, I also use ChatGPT. Okay, so let's start the discussion, today's discussion, with the video that you have watched. Yeah. From the video, I see from the answers that you gave, from the group work you did with your groups. Um, yeah, I get a sense that you all get the ideas. What I want to show you from the video is that uh, the use of statistic. Yeah, statistics you will later learn that statistic is actually the word that means it's measurement of data that comes from the sample. Yeah. So we have parameter, we have statistic. Parameter is measurement from population, while statistic is measurement from sample. So statistics is actually about collecting data, because we cannot collect the entire population. We take sample. Yeah. So it's about data, and then after you get the data, how to convey the information you get from the data. That's when you try to display data into tables, into graph, because by presenting your data into table and graph without saying anything, the audience who you are targeting for to convey your information uh, could get a conclusion. Yeah, they can conclude on their own. They can know, oh, okay, from the table we can conclude this. From the graph it says that. Yeah, so only by displaying a table or a graph, a conclusion can be made. But of course, as a researcher or sometimes trying to give some arguments, yeah, we usually give some narratives behind the tables and the graph. You can give information. Okay, female. The number of female students is higher in this class, but also you can also give some reasoning. Why are there more female student in this class? Yeah, probably you can add an observation from other class, because other class is has more male students, for instance. And in in the whole, let's say you were talking about students at FAB. Actually, the number of male student and female student is not really different. Yeah, that's an explanation. Or what Hans Rosling did was he was like showing the relation between income and life expectancy. Yeah, it shows that before there was lower, most of the countries had lower income and lower expectancy, and then as income rise, the life expectancy rate also rise. Yeah, that's what the graph showed. But he also gave some narrative, some reasoning behind why the data behave that way. Yeah, because high income means better life quality, a better food, a better health condition, a better life quality. So at the end, the health is becoming better. A better health gives you a higher life expectancy. So that's the reason, which the data cannot tell. But yeah, by giving a narrative, you can give the why reasonings. Yeah. Okay. And I also read that a lot of you had experience in dealing with data. So I assume that this first no, I mean the first session, uh you've excelled on it. Yeah, I mean you have the experience on collecting data, you have experience on also managing the data, also even writing some reports. I see that some of you were also the Moon, the United Nation. I forgot the M what it stands for, but you became a participant on that. That you collect data, you do some research, you collect information to build an argument. Yeah, even I see that uh, some of you also did survey. You collect what is called as a primary data. Yeah. So if you do a survey, the data is called the primary data because you collect the data directly. So you're the collector from the first object. Yeah, I mean the object of the research. So that's primary data. I read that you did a data on like or digital, the effect of digital marketing on spending behavior, and then what else? I kind of forget. I did some notes, but it was in my PPT and I cannot see it. And it's quite interesting. Yeah, even I read you did a biology experience on lactase enzyme versus the copper. Yeah, it's kind of biology. I don't get the connection, but it was quite interesting. Yeah. So yeah, I assume you have the ability already to manage the data and also presenting it. So the material for the first session and third session is just like a refreshment for you. Okay. Okay. So statistic is everywhere. You may collect data, primary data, by doing research, or you collect data from the BPS, the Statistic Bureau, our country statistic bureau, the Badan Pusat Statistik. It has a website that provide you uh, many kinds of data that you can use as a student to make to make an assignment, for instance, or you have the Jakarta Exchange stock, which provide you data of company that is listed in the exchange market, where yeah. Those are secondary data. Yeah, so data is vastly provided for us to build an argument. Or if we have some hypothesis, yeah, when we make an argument, it's important to support the argument with data. That would be your argument would be stronger. Yeah. So data and data interpretation show up in virtually every facet of our life, sometimes spuriously. The example presented, I will tell you some story how data can be misused. Yeah. So a solid understanding of statistics provide you with tools to react intelligently to information that you read or hear. So that's what critical thinking is. Yeah, as an undergraduate student, critical thinking is one of the skills that uh, we try to build for you as an undergraduate student. So by understanding the tools of statistics and how data is collected, you can build the way you think. Is the data collected in a correct way? Is the information information correct? Does the data really says that? Yeah, especially in these days where the social media, it's in the tip of our finger. Yeah, information is provided in the tip of our finger. So critical thinking is important. Yeah, and especially if yeah, now, yeah, with the demonstration happening, informations, whether it is from a reliable source, data from a reliable source, it's important for us to understand about it. Yeah. Okay, the use of statistic. So the importance of statistic, the use of data. It's important for us to avoid risk of making uninformed decision and costly mistake. Again, if you want to make decision, of course, you need to collect information. Later on, you will know that there are qualitative data, there are quantitative data. Information can be in numbers or not numbers. Yeah. By having information, we can make what they sometimes call it sound statistical decision. So a good decision based on data, or yeah, of course, just a good decision that you can make based on the information that you have collected. So the importance of statistics. Second one, yeah, I've mentioned about it. Differentiate between sound statistical conclusion and questionable conclusion. Of course, conclusion that is supported by data, references, and of course, valid references are arguments that are, we can say that those are conclusions that are sound statistical conclusions. Yeah. Conclusions that are questionables are usually statements or conclusion based only referring to someone saying something. We don't know if that person is expert enough or valid enough to make that statement, or if the person that we are referring to has a reference that underlies his statement or her statement, then we can say that it's a valid, also a valid conclusion or statement. Again, if the statement is supported by information, references, or data, usually it's a good statement. But again, we also need to know, is the data or source of references or information valid enough? That we also need to understand. And we will also learn about the validity of a data in this validity of data. I think it will be in the statistika lanjutan, I guess, but we will a bit talk about it here today. Okay, so here's an example. It's actually taken from 2019, but I like to use this example is the fight between at that time when Jokowi was competing with Prabowo in 2019. So the Pilpres in that year, yeah. Each supporter or each Jokowi and Prabowo, they have this survey institution, yeah, collecting data to test their electability, yeah. And of course, this is what I want to say about the collecting data. We can say that this is a sound statistical information by saying, okay, the margin error is only 0.1% or even sorry, 10%, 0.1. Yeah, the margin error is 0.1 or even 1%. That we can easily say it. But again, what they don't reveal is how they collect it. Who are the samples? What are the population? Probably we know that probably they took the sample from the place or the area which we know that strongly support Prabowo, yeah, or strongly support Jokowi. Yeah, that's why the conclusion is the electability of Prabowo is high. Yeah, again, so there are methods of doing the sample to get sound statistical or yeah, correct conclusion. Yeah, so that's what happened and during that time. Yeah, what they didn't reveal is how they collect the data. They only said that the margin error is only 1% or probably 10%. But what they didn't reveal is where did they collect the data? Which area was used to collect the data? Okay, now the introductory case, we will go back to this case later on, yeah, to discuss. Just by looking at this, this is what is called as a structured data. Yeah, so the data has been structured. We know that this is the first variable from the first question, second variable from the second question, and so on. Yeah, there are 4 questions. Radios they listen during the trip, and then the taste preference, how the quality. I mean, how they rate the quality of the food, and then what the preference of the closing time of the restaurant, and the last one is how much they spend money on their own money. Yeah. So this is what is called as structured data. An unstructured data usually, so if we have secondary data taken from another source, it's usually a structured data. An unstructured data is, let's say, big data. Yeah, big data is like data that is collected that you harvest from the website. Yeah, by doing some coding, you can collect data from the website. Usually, the data is unstructured, which you need to clean it and everything. Yeah, to get data that is prepared for you to make a table, make a diagram. Yeah, so we can say that structured data is a data that is ready for you to display. Yeah, to make a conclusion. While unstructured, you need to manage it again. You need to do some data cleaning. You need to make it more structured. That's why it's called unstructured. Yeah, structured versus unstructured. And yeah, big data. I will just like explain a bit about the use of big data. Actually, big data is just a new thing after the internet era, because based on the internet, our behavior of using the internet can be collected by any platform that we use. Yeah, based on the application we use, the website that we open, our behavior is stored in the internet. There's the social media, how we connect with the world. It's stored in the internet, and based on our surfing behaviors, on what we do in the internet, that's what is called as the big data. Those data can be collected for us to make any information, to make any conclusion. Yeah, that's what it's called as big data. But at the end, actually, statistic, the science of statistic that's been there even before the internet era, it is still used to uh, to run the data, to manage the data. Yeah, so actually big data is just only the source of data where it comes from. But how you uh, deal with the data is just using the basic tool statistic that you have been learning. Yeah. Okay. So what is statistic? Statistic is the methodology of extracting useful information from a data set. So it's actually a methodology. You've done it through the assignments. So that's some part of methods that you can do to extract information. I also heard that some of you have learned about regression. Yeah, regression is also another tools. You will learn about regression in Statistika 1, ya, Statistika Lanjutan. So that's another uh, course that you will take after this. Yeah. And to do a good statistic, you must find the right data. So the question is how to find the right data, how to do sampling, and then use the appropriate statistical tools, which you will learn in STATEK Quiz and Statistika Lanjutan. Yeah, we will learn about statistical tools. And then clearly communicate the numerical information into written language, which I assume because you have the experience of doing research, you also have done this, yeah, communicate the numerical information. Even through the assignment I gave you last week, you have work on and made some conclusion on the data that were used in the question problems. Okay, two branches of statistic. There's what is called as a descriptive statistic and inferential statistic. So descriptive statistic is just about collecting, organizing, and presenting data. Based on the word descriptive, we can say that the origin word of descriptive is describing, yeah, describing the data through tables, through graphics, yeah, and then telling stories based on those tables and graphics. While inferential statistic, it's the origin word is infer, yeah. Inferential statistic is you have the population data and you have the sample data. But because sometimes it is hard to obtain all the population data, we only collect sample from the population. So so we try to have a conclusion on the population, yeah. So we infer the population from the sample. We draw conclusion of the population only based on the sample, only by taking some parts of the population as a sample. Yeah. So and that's what is inferential statistic is. So we can say that or draw a conclusion of the population. What I want to say is that this data can represent, this data can tell about, let's say, about the FAB student, if your population is the FAB student. Or we can say that this population represents the Jakarta population, if their population is Jakarta, and so on. It depends on what your population is, yeah. And of course, if you have set your population, then the next step is how to collect sample that will represent that population. So that's what inferential statistic is about. Learning the tools on collecting data, um, collecting sample from population. That's the first one. And the second one is, of course, why do we collect sample? Because we have some hypothesis. So in inferential statistic, what we do is also to learning tools to test our hypothesis, whether the hypothesis is true or not. Okay, so that's about inferential statistic. In descriptive statistic, it's all about, what you did, presenting table, presenting diagrams. Of course, those table and those diagram will give you some conclusion. And whether those conclusion will, does it represent a population or not, it depends on how you collect the data. And how you collect the data, you learn it from inferential statistic, yeah? And whether does your data correctly represent the population, then you have to test it, yeah? And how you, and to evaluate it, you use inferential statistical tools, okay? So that's inferential statistic. And descriptive statistic is all about collecting, organizing, and presenting the data, what you did from the assignment, the previous assignment. Okay. Any question on this or from what I have discussed? If not, we can continue to the next slide. Okay. Data I have discussed. So we have two types of data. A population consists of all items of interest. All items of interest, it depends on what is your interest. Is it the population of FEB, the population of Universitas Indonesia, the population of all university students in Indonesia? Yeah, that's population. Then sample is the subset of the population. So this is a sample. So you're taking some parts of the population. So here, a sample statistic is calculated from sample data and is used to make inferences about the population parameter. So you see here the word sample statistics, while population is called as parameter. So you will later on in session 3, you will learn what is called as the average or mean, and we will learn about variance, standard deviation, minimum, maximum. That's what is called as parameter or statistic. If the average, standard deviation, variance come from sample data, then it's called statistic, sample statistic. If you calculate it from the population data, then it's called as parameter. Okay, so now you know the word statistic and parameter. Now, so why do we take sample? The first one is it is too expensive to gather information on the entire population. So it will cost you a lot of money or time. Time also means money, yeah, because time is money. So it's sometimes it's too expensive. So you need lots. You need some length of time to collect the entire data of Indonesia population. Yeah, usually it's done in months. It's what BPS do. Yeah. And it is often impossible to gather information on the entire population. An example, yeah, is if you cook, yeah, if you make a food for your family or your friends, yeah, you taste your cooking with a spoon, right? You take a spoonful of your cooking. That's sampling. Yeah, you can taste. Okay, it's too salty, or I need more salt, or I need more. If it's too salty, sometimes you give sugar, yeah, to make it balanced, or you add some water or more foods, yeah. Why do you do that? Because you do sample. But taking entire population is you eat all the foods, yeah, and you don't have any rest for your friends or your family. So it's impossible to gather all the information from your cookings or from your food, or else you don't have any more for your friends or your family. Okay, so that's a simple example of sample versus population. Okay, I guess all of you have understand about this population and sample concept. The next is types of data. Types of data categorized based on how it is collected. Yeah. Cross-sectional. Cross-sectional means you have several objects. So the object here is the student. And what are we collecting? Data. Scores, data scores, yeah. So data scores from student in a statistic class. So you will have, like in our case, there are 40 students, then I will have 40 statistics scores from my statistic class. That's cross-sectional. Only happening from the class of 2025-2026. Cross-sectional. Number of COVID patient from each kelurahan in Depok. So you have kelurahan in Depok. We have, oh no, I don't really, okay, let's say Kelurahan Tugu. Kelurahan Tugu is my kelurahan. You will have several kelurahan from one kecamatan, yeah. So the object is kelurahan. You will have number of COVID patient from each kelurahan. So there are different objects. The object is student. In this case, the object is kelurahan in Depok. That's cross-sectional data. Various object, but only one period of time. Yeah. While time series is we only have one object, but various period of time. That's why this is supposedly one student's score from, wait a second, student score from statistic class. Yeah. This is supposed to be, this is not a good example. let's eliminate this one. This is not correct, because logically it's we expect that a student will only take statistic one time, right? And then he or she have to graduate from it. Yeah. Well, this is, yeah. This I can revise the statement to be the average student score from statistic class from the period of 2010 to 2020. So the object is statistic score, yeah, and you will have several years, 2010, 2011, 2012, and so on until 2020. So you will have like 11, like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you will have 11 scores, yeah, average scores in the period of 2010 until 2020, because there is 11 years. And then monthly number of COVID patient. So yeah, from March 2020 until August 2021. So you have March, April, May until January 2021, and so on until August 2021. So how many months there is? Yeah, you will have the numbers. So that's time series. So you can see that time series, we have the month or the time as the object. Yeah. In cross-sectional, the object, it can be a person or a place. Yeah. There's an object in it, and in time series, the object is time. Okay. And panel data is just time series and cross-section. So for example, we have monthly number of COVID from March 2021 and August 2021 from each kelurahan. So usually we will, the table will look, the data table will have in the column title would be, let's say, the year, and the row, for the first row is each kelurahan. Yeah. So I hope you understand about this cross-sectional, time series, and panel data types of data. The next one, variable and scale of measurement. So types of variable. What is a variable? A variable is the general characteristic being observed on an object of interest. For example, the object interest previously, there is students. The object of interest is student, and the variable is score. And then object of interest is kelurahan, and the variable is from the object is what we are interested to know is the number of COVID patient from kelurahan. Yeah, the score of statistic from each student. So that's the variable score, or COVID patient, or let's say GDP from each country. So the variable is GDP. GDP can be an approach of income of a country. Yeah, so the variable can be income. Yeah, and the object is a country. Okay, so that's about variable. A variable can be categorized as qualitative variable and quantitative variable. Qualitative, as you can see, the example is gender, race, political affiliation, gender, female, male, race, let's say Javanese, Sundanese, Padangese, Bataknese, Toraja, Papua, yeah. Political affiliation, we have PDIP, we have PAN, we have what else? Garindra and everything. So I'm mentioning some words, and by nature, it's not number. So it's a qualitative variable. A quantitative variable by nature is number, test scores. So it will be ranging from 0 to 100. Yeah, age. Let's say your age is 17 or 18, or probably some of you 19. No, if it's 2025, I assume it's between 17 and 18. Weight in kilogram, it could be 45, 55, 65, 70, 80. Yeah. So it's all in numbers. I was mentioning numbers. So quantitative, from the word quantity, it's by nature number. Qualitative, quality, by nature is non-number variables. Yeah. And quantitative, you can divide again into discrete and continuous. So discrete, one car, two car, one person, two person, one bedroom, two bedroom. You cannot divide the object. Yeah. You cannot say 1.5 person, 1.5 cars. That's nonsense. Yeah. So that's discrete variable. While continuous, you can have a decimal in the value of the variable. For instance, weight. Yeah, 45.8 kilograms, 70.9 kilograms. So it's continuous. It has decimal numbers. You can assign, you can have a decimal value from that variable. Age, is age discrete or continuous? Anyone wants to answer? No need to be
it
shy.
is discrete.
Discrete.
Age?
Does the months count as decibels?
Yeah, we can say month count. You could, yeah. We sometimes we say as for 18 years and 6 months. The month, yeah, it's a bit strange, but age is actually continuous, yeah. Or we can say 18 and a half because half is half year, yeah. So 18.5 years old. Okay. So yeah, age I say is a continuous variable. Okay. Any question before we continue between the types about the types of variable here and yeah, types of variable, qualitative, quantitative, and then quantitative you can divide into discrete and continuous. Okay, no question. Let's continue. Scale of measurement. We have nominal and ordinal, and then interval and ratio. I give this diagram, yeah, or this visualization, just to help you that there are four types of scale measurement: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Nominal and ordinal are usually qualitative variables. And interval and ratio are the characteristic of quantitative variables. Why? Because, yeah, qualitative variables are sometimes just nominal. It's just to make a categorization. Yeah. Okay. Uh, let me give another explanation. So what I want to say is that qualitative variable is usually a non-numeric data. But since we want, since sometimes we involve the statistical software and it's a computer usually the statistical software usually cannot read non-numerical variables. So that's why we give coding, yeah. And in nominal, usually, yeah, nominal qualitative variable, we say it, sometimes uh, we cannot process it, yeah, because why? The nominal is just some categorization, but the numbers does not have any meaning compared with ordinal. For instance, scaling, we sometimes have uh, we we have data good, fair, and bad. Yeah, based on the preference. Yeah, we can like order from the least expected. The least preference is bad. Fair is in the middle, and good is what we prefer the most. So that's why we can give or we can assign number. Bad, we give a code 1, fair 2, and then good as 3. So we can order it. 1 is the least, fair is the second, and then good is the most preferred. That's why it's called ordinal. The data can be ordered, but it's actually a qualitative variable which we assign number to it. Yeah, that's about nominal and ordinal. While interval and ratio, it's a number. It's usually a number. Um, and the difference is the first one, we have the number 0, and the number 0 means empty. It does not have a value. So, yeah, number 0 means empty. So, or sometimes we can say it's a starting point between 0 to positive number and 0 to negative number. So, in ratio, 0 means empty or it's a starting point. Yeah. In interval, there is no zeros. Yeah. And the second, an easy way to know that this is definitely an interval or this is definitely a ratio is from the word itself, ratio. So let's say 4 hours is twice from 2 hours. Yeah, that's ratio. 6 hours is twice from 3 hours. So hours is a ratio number, while interval, I can say the clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. From 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, the difference, the interval is 1 hour. 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, the interval is 1 hour. Yeah. So there's the same interval in each number. But we cannot say that 2 o'clock is twice of 1 o'clock. 3 o'clock is twice of 1:30. The hours, 1 to 2 o'clock is 1 hour. 1 to 3 o'clock is 2 hour. 2 hour is twice from 1 hour. So can you see the difference? Yeah. Hours and time. Yeah. The clock. Yeah. The numbers in the clock is interval, while hours is ratio. So yeah. Here, nominal, they say, is the least sophisticated level of measurement because the numbers does not mean anything. Yeah. The data are simply categorized for groupings, while ordinal, the category can have a meaning in it. Okay, so that's ordinal. But the difference between categories are meaningless because the actual number used may be arbitrary. The difference here is what I give the example previously. 1 for bad, 2 for fair, 3 for good. It doesn't mean that 3 is 1 point better than fair. Fair is 1 point better than bad. Yeah, so that differences doesn't mean that way. Okay. Did someone went off? Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's about ordinal scale. And then interval scale. Interval data may be categorized and ranked with respect to some characteristic or trait. Yeah, it can. This wants to say that the number gives a rank. Yeah. So we can say 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. happens after 1 p.m. Yeah. So it 1 p.m. first, 2 p.m. second, and so on. So you can make it a ranking. Someone who come 2 p.m. Is ranked after someone who was present at 1 p.m. Difference between interval values are equal and meaningful. Thus, the arithmetic operation of the addition and subtraction are meaningful. For example, size of shoes. Size of shoes is usually the difference of each size is 1 centimeter. So from 35 to 36, 36 to 37, the difference is, if I'm not mistaken, is 1 centimeter. Yeah. So shoe size is an interval scale. So there's no absolute zero. Zero does not have any meaning or a starting point defined. Ratio, they say, as a strongest level of measurement because it may be categorized, it has a ranking, and the value has a meaning. Yeah. There is an absolute zero or defined starting point. Zero does mean the absence of empty. Yeah, being empty. Okay, so this is nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio scales of variable. It's important to understand, especially later when you use the statistical software. Some statistical software asks you to define the scale measurement of the variables that you use. Here, I'm going to give you an example, the variable of time. The variable is time, but the object of interest is different. What I mean, object interest here is time zones. The variable is time, right? But the object of interest is the time zone. We have the GMT, we have the EST, we have the WIB, Waktu Indonesia Barat, Waktu Indonesia Timur, Waktu Indonesia Tengah. So those are time zones. Can you rank between GMT, EST, and WIB? You cannot rank it. It's just a categorization of an area falls in which time zone, yeah? So you only can give label, but no ordering. Class schedule order. Your class schedule, you have this, the first session is from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. The second session is from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. The third session is 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can order it, right? From morning, midday, and then afternoon, right? You have an order on it. You can order the time. Wait a second, I think I need to charge my laptop. Okay. So yeah, that's ordinal. Can you still hear my voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, nice. The next one is clock time. Well, yeah, here in class schedule order, we give the variable as sesi 1, sesi 2, first session, second session, and third session. It's a word, right? Qualitative. Sesi 1, sesi 2, sesi 3. It's a word. While here, I use the clock. 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., right? So the clock time, it's an interval. Why? As I mentioned before, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., you have 1 hour difference. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., you have 1 hour difference. There's an equal intervals, but no true zero. 12 a.m. or p.m. is the beginning. 12 p.m. Yeah, 12 p.m. in the midnight. Yeah, it's the end of the day. Yeah, but it's just a changing. It does not mean 0 hours or anything. Yeah, so we cannot assign 0 there. It's not a true 0. Yeah, sometimes we use 0 hours. Yeah, mentioning the beginning of the day, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. is it? 12 a.m. I always get mixed up with between 12 p.m. and 12 a.m. But actually, it's easier to use 0, 0, 0, meaning it's 12 midnight, right? At the beginning, starting to 1 a.m. So you can differentiate between 0, 0, 0 and 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is in the midday, 0, 0 is in the midnight, yeah? But that 0, it's not a true 0, right? It doesn't mean it's empty. Doesn't mean it doesn't have a meaning, right? So, and you cannot make a ratio between 4 p.m. is twice of 2 p.m. That cannot be. But if you say hours, the duration, that's ratio. 2 hours is half of 4 hours, the period of time, the duration, the length of the time. Yeah. So I hope you're quite clear about the categorization of the scale of measurements of a variable: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Any question before I continue? Okay, if there's no questions for the scale of measurements, let's move to tabular and graphical methods, displaying data. Yeah. So we've learned data, we have qualitative and quantitative. Actually, both can be presented into tabular and graphical, yeah, into tables and graphs. We have the frequency table for qualitative data and quantitative data, but how to construct it is a bit different. In qualitative data, you have to make a tally, right? You have to make a tally from each of the data. Based on that data, you will see, okay, how will I make a categorization from the data? For example, I kind of forgot from the assignment that I gave you. Let me open it. First, reading comprehension file. First, you have here. Can you see, I move to the exercise one. Can you see my PPT? Exercise one, is it showing exercise one?
It's still on the
No.
summarized data.
Okay. Okay. Share. Let's move to this one. Yeah. You can see it now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So we have here, yeah, it's a qualitative data, of course, because here rate experience their experience with restaurants. There's horrible, okay, good, yeah. Based on this, you can see that this is a qualitative data, but you can rank between horrible, okay, and good. You can rank it. So you can rank it, you can make categorization, and then you make a categorization, and then you count how many answered horrible, how many mentioned okay, how many mentioned good. So that you make that's how you make a frequency table, and based on the frequency table, you make a relative frequency. Yeah, how many percent answer horrible, how many percent answer okay, how many percent answer good, and based on those categorization, let's go back to our main PPT. Can you see that I'm back to our main PPT, summarizing data?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So yeah, based on the table, we can have a frequency table, and we can have a relative frequency table. Based on a frequency table, we construct a bar chart, and and based on the relative frequency, we construct a pie chart. Let's see. I saw that. Yeah, I saw your work, but I want to show the answer that I also tried to work on to that. Okay. Where is it? Okay, right? From the data, we can have the frequency, and then we can have the relative frequency. Can you see my Excel?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. This should be over here. Whoop. Okay, it turns out I only made a pie chart, but you can also make a bar chart to show. It will show later on. Horrible will have the highest bar, and then followed with good and okay. Yeah, based on that, we can just make a conclusion. Oh, it seems that mostly mention horrible. So yeah, the restaurant needs to increase their service. Yeah, because the responses mostly gave a horrible response. That's our recommendation, yeah, based on the data. Okay, and then the next one is quantitative data. Quantitative data, I need to go back because I want to convey some information. Yeah, I'm back to my PPT for quantitative data. So quantitative data usually, let's say I have data of scores, yeah, scores of statistic score. It will have a range between 0 to 100. And the number will have many variation. I can have 77, I can have 89, I can have 95, I can have 20, 22, 45, 46. There are possibly small chance to have similar numbers, similar data, just like the previous restaurant experience, right? Which you can easily count, make a tally for each of the category. But in quantitative data, the data would be in numbers. Numbers will vary a lot, which will may not have any similarity between the numbers. So it will not be easily to be categorized in an easy way. That's why we need to make a frequency distribution. We need to make classes, right? So and to construct a class, you will see what is the smallest number, what is the highest number based on the smallest and the highest number. You can like predict what is the interval of your each of the class. So that's how you construct a class frequency. And the first thing that we usually determine is the number of the class. And how to determine the number of the class is using this rule of thumb. Yeah. How many is your observation? For example, my observation is 40. So if my observation is 40, then two what do you call pangkat itu, yeah, dua pangkat K. I hope all of you are Indonesian. Yeah, you understand. I kind of forgot what pangkat is. 2 to the power of K, where K is the number of class. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 8 is 16, 16, 32, 32, 64. So I will make 4 classes because 2 to the power of 4 is 32, while 2 to the power of 5 is 64. So 64 is already yeah, I can make the class it's either 4 or 5, depends on how my smallest and largest number will be, and also the width of the class. What is the width of the class that I will prefer? Yeah, so you can use this as a reference to determine how many classes you will have and what is the width of the class. Yeah, and the total number of classes is ideally 5 to 20. 20 is, I think, is too much. Usually we have 5 or 6 classes. 4, 5, 3, yeah, 5 or 20, 5, 20, yeah. I usually only want 5 to 6. But again, it depends on our data. Okay. Yeah. For the based on the classes, we will later on, we can construct the frequency table. We can construct the relative frequency, cumulative frequency, and relative cumulative. Okay. And based on this table, we can make a histogram, polygon, ogive, stem and leaf, and scatter plot is a different thing. Yeah. So this is what we construct. We can construct based on our class distribution table. Okay, so based on what you have work on, yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, which one is it? Fortunately for this system, for this one, we only have the numbers. Yeah, numbers. It's easy if you have this kind of data. It's easy for you to just make a relative frequency. Relative frequency is just the proportion of each of numbers from each category, the proportion from the total number. Yeah. And you can also make I don't know why there are many. I think I can just delete this. So yeah, this is a relative frequency from quantitative data. We can see here that most of the people are living in the southern region. Yeah. Construct a relative frequency distribution. What percentage of people who live below the poverty level live, and what percentage of people who live? This I haven't answered yet. I think this you have to make an ogive. Yeah, you must make an ogive, and to construct an ogive, you need to make a cumulative frequency table first. Okay. No, you don't need an ogive. This is just that number of people who live below poverty level by region. So we can just answer from, because this is the number of people who live below poverty. And the question is what is the percentage of people who live below poverty in the Midwest? So the percentage of Midwest is 23.26. So there are 23.26 people who live below poverty level, right? And then construct a pie chart. Anyone do not know how to construct a pie chart in Excel or a histogram in Excel? Okay, I assume all of you have the ability. Yeah, easy. Okay, here is an example to construct to make a class frequency. Yeah. So here I provide you steps to use Excel. So there isn't any feature for you to construct a class distribution using Excel. You need to do it manually. So what you do is first you make this you transform the data into one table, and then based on this you can find the minimum. Yeah, this is the formula to find the minimum value of your data. So minimum, and then your data is from AL7. Yeah, it starts from column AL, row 7, until column AL, row 31. This is what it means, AL7 until AL31. The minimum of the values in this range, okay? That's when you find 504. And the maximum is just maximum and the same range of data, and you get, so the minimum is 500, the maximum is 900. And then since the minimum is 500, so the upper limit would be 600. What you do based on the instruction given in this link, yeah, you set the upper limit and the lower limit, and then they will count it for you. The upper limit 600. This is the upper limit. So if you make this frequency, I suggest to set it as a lower limit. So here, 4 is 500 until 600. There will be 4. So I got this using the this pivot table. No, not the pivot table. I think what they ask is you insert a histogram. Yeah, you want to make a histogram from it, and then you just follow it later. Yeah, what you need to do is they say you construct an upper limit, but if you but actually what you're looking for is the lower limit, 500 to upper limit 600. There's 4. 600 to upper limit 700. There's 7, and so on. 900 until 1000. There's 5. 1000 and so on is 0. Yeah. And based on these numbers, you can construct the class distribution. Okay, like this. Then you can count the relative frequency, cumulative frequency, and so on. And to construct this this histogram, yeah, this bar chart, what you do is actually you can see that I use the data here. Yeah, so what you do is you go to insert and then check for histogram. I think you can just click this table, yeah, and then click for no. Here you go for histogram. Yeah. It didn't go this way. I kind of forgot how you do it. Yeah. How to get it. Wait. Let me. I'm still curious. Let me try it. Let me try it here. Paste value. Okay. Insert. You get insert. No. I guess it's from here. Insert and then ask for more statistical chart. You ask for histogram. Nah, it's not that way. Or you go for bar chart. Insert. Okay, let's try this one. Insert bar chart, and then no, actually this is not the way. Yeah, what I want to show you is bin frequency. Oh, remove, edit, or the axis label. This is the axis label. Okay. The bin name, series value, supposedly this one. Okay. Yeah, you will later on, just follow the instruction. There's an easier way. Actually, what you do is you can click histogram and you will get the same graph. You get this graph, but how to change from this histogram, what I want to say to you is that Excel you cannot automatically make this kind of bar chart. Yeah, you can see that this shows a continuity. Yeah, 500 to 600, 600 to 700, 700 to 800, the classes. While actually this histogram is obtained from this kind, but what I did is I hope I still remember what I did is you click on one of the bar chart and then you go to format data series and gap width. The gap width here, you change into 0%. And voila, there you go. It becomes a histogram and it shows the classification. 500 to 600, there are 4. And then 600 to 700, there are 7 betas. And to make this numbers to show the beginning to the end of the classes and so on, you can just click on the spacing here, yeah, to the margin, yeah, make it to the left margin. So as if this class is from 500 to 600, 600 to 700, and so on. Okay, so yeah, I'm just showing you how to manipulate Excel to create this kind of histogram. Histogram relative, so this is the number of texts, relative number of texts in percent, and relative cumulative number of texts, yeah? And you can make a ogive from this, an ogive, and this is a polygon. You can make a polygon. Okay. What else that I want to explain to you? Okay. So yeah, constructing the tables, constructing the graphic using Excel. Well, Excel is the most, the easiest statistical tools that we can use, right? It's simple, but you can make regression from it. You can also, yeah, you can make regression. You can also make those tabular and graphical presentation. So later on, for all the statistical the materials that you learn in STATEK Biz and Statistik Lanjutan later, actually we can use Excel to process our data. Okay, so histogram is actually a bar chart. Polygon. So in polygon, you are connecting the midpoint of each class, yeah. And usually we use polygon to compare two groups of data. By comparing the data, we can see what in each group, what is the highest class, what is the highest frequency of the class, yeah, which class has the highest frequency, what is the minimum, where is the minimum number, where is the highest number or value, and so on. That's in polygon. While in ogive, we're actually looking at the percentage, what percentage falls from the minimum number of one class, or what percent, or the statement of I am in the I am part of the 90% of the highest student getting the highest score, yeah, in the 90% percentile, or in the 10% lowest percentile falls from what value, falls in what score, yeah. You can say that you are in the 90% class with the highest score, but what is the minimum score from that highest class? Yeah, it can be 90, it can be 98, but it can also be 70, right? So it depends on what your class, what score is obtained by the class. So that's ogive. Stem and leaf. So you make a, okay, stem and leaf and scatter plot. Let's just use our exercise to discuss about stem and leaf and scatter plot. So this is stem and leaf, yeah. We have units of number and the decimal. So we construct The stem is the unit. So it turns out from the data, the smallest number is okay. Did I make a mistake from this? Oh yeah, here it is. This is the stem. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was reading this column. This column is the number from each the frequency. Yeah, the frequency from each stems. Yeah. So you have 2.3, 2.6, 2.8. So we can say that stem and leaf gives a graphical or gives the same visualization as a bar chart or a histogram, but the difference is in stem and leaf, you can show the numbers. So you can see that, okay, the highest class is in the 3 point something classes, yeah, and the highest but the highest score is 5.5. So based on the stem and leaf, we know that the lowest score is 2.3, the highest score is 5.5, and most of the class is in the 3 point classes, yeah. And we can see that it's quite symmetrically, not really symmetrically distributed. It's a bit positively skewed, yeah, almost symmetrically skewed, right? So yeah, the difference between stem and leaf and bar chart is you can see the numbers directly, yeah, from stem and leaf. But then that's the advantage of stem and leaf. You can see the value of the numbers. But the disadvantages is it is only efficient if you deal with small observations, yeah. Here we have how many observations is it? Excel say that there's only 20 observations. 20 observation is still possible. We use stem and leaf, yeah. And by knowing the numbers, we also can count the numbers. There are 3 that falls in the 2 class, 3, 5 class, 3 result in the that falls in the 5-point class, and so on. Yeah, so that's stem and leaf. While scatter plot is used to see whether there are relation between 2 variables. So this is like a simple way to see the relation, but to make it more stronger, we also can calculate whether there is a weak relationship or a weak relationship or a strong relationship, yeah. So okay, let's see. Based on here, if I'm not mistaken, it's like the hours of studying, and the grade that you obtain, yeah. It turns out the more hours, yeah, there's a positive correlation here, right? The more hours you study, the higher grade that you can get, right? So there's a positive relation. Based on this scatter plot, we can see, yes, it is true that there's a positive relationship between hours and grade. But you can also make a test, yeah? You can make a test to make a stronger conclusion. Is it true that there is a positive relation between hours and grade? We have a hypothesis test, a method that you will later learn to test whether it is true that there is a positive relation between hours and grade, yeah. But again, just by using the scatter plot, we can get a conclusion that yes, based on our data, it is shown that there is a positive relation between hours and grade. Okay, so yeah, I expect based on the assignment that you work with your group, you get some grasp about the use of the statistical tools, yeah. So if we looking back again to our intro case, yeah, we have 4 questions, and based on our questions, these are the answers, yeah. So based on this question, we can like make an assumption. We make a conclusion based on the most the most listened station radio. Yeah. We can assume, like, we can give a recommendation to the resort. Most of the guests here listen to the KISS 108 station. So probably we can tell to the resort, you can play the KISS 108, but don't play Mix 104 because that's the least listened station. Yeah. And then on the scale of 104, yeah, based on this question, we can also give a conclusion, yeah, whether the food quality is good or not, whether there is a need to increase the food quality or not. And yeah, which time do you think it should be closed? Yeah, based on the survey, we can make a conclusion. So since the first is a qualitative data, besides presenting it into a table, we can also present it into a chart. Yeah, a pie chart, I mean. We can present it into a pie chart, of course, by making a relative frequency first. And then on a scale of 1 to 4, okay, 1 to 4. So this is a scale. So what is the scale of measurement of the variable? Is it an ordinal? Is it a nominal? Is it an ordinal, ratio, or interval? From question number 2, what variable is it? First one, is it a qualitative or quantitative?
Quantitative.
Huh?
Is it quantitative? Because
okay, based on the information, it's a quantitative. Yeah. 422, yes, it's quantitative. But based on the answer is actually poor, fair, good, and excellent. So based on that answer, is it qualitative or quantitative?
Is it qualitative ordinal?
It's qualitative. Yeah, it's qualitative. Okay, let's answer the first one. Let's discuss the first one. It's qualitative, but because we want to make it into a graph, we need to give a coding, right? That's why we coded into 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 for 4, 2 for fair, 3 for good, and 4 for excellent. So that's why it's given a code. So it's basically the data is a qualitative variable, but it's then transferred into number because we are giving a code into it. So it's a qualitative variable. If it's a qualitative variable, there are only 2 choices of scales of measurement. What is the choices of the scale of measurement?
Nominal and ordinal.
Right, nominal and ordinal. But based on the answer, is it a nominal or an ordinal?
Ordinal.
Ordinal. Correct.
ordinal.
Good. Yeah, ordinal, because you can make an order between poor, fair, good, and excellent. Okay, good. What about the radio? Is it qualitative or quantitative? The radio station?
Qualitative.
Qualitative. Good. It's obviously qualitative because name of the radio station. Yeah. Ordinal or nominal?
Nominal.
Nominal, because you cannot. There's the orders from each of the station does not give any meanings, right? Good. Okay, so yeah, based on this data, just by looking at the data, and yeah, how I made some discussion of this case, yeah, not just by looking on the question, we can like make some assumption. Okay, what information can I give to the restaurant, right? So like the first one, I gave a recommendation on what radio station can be played in the resort or in the resort restaurant. Yeah. And the second question, probably based on the data here, I can give some recommendation whether they need to improve the foods, the quality of food or not. And then the closing time. Yeah, I can give a table, or I can give a presentation, a graphic presentation to the resort owner on uh, to present the data, to give a conclusion on what is the most expected time, closing time. Yeah, I only made some tables here. Yeah, so even just by looking at the table, we can also give some conclusion, right? This is the most listened radio. So yeah, some gave, yeah, it's still, the quality is still so. Yeah, so we can say that there still needs some improvement, especially most of them give to represent fair. Yeah, fair, but fair is not a good a good scoring. Yeah, so they really need to improve the quality of the food. Closing time. So the current closing time is 3 p.m. Turns out that mostly still wants a later closing time. So we can say to the resort that I think you need to prolong the closing time into here. Mostly choose 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is the most preferred. Yeah. And then money spent. Yeah. Money spent is number. Yeah. So rather than saying, yeah, mostly spend 10, I think it's in dollar. Yeah, $10. We can also, what we will learn later on, yeah, give average. Yeah. Usually when we talk about quantitative data, ratio data, we can say a lot from the data. We can say the minimum number, the maximum value, the average value, and the average value is usually the most used information. Yeah. Uh, okay. So I guess, is there any more that I want to explain to you? Let's go back to the PPT. Okay. So that's the end of my presentation for today, what I want to discuss with you today. Is there any question from your side, from the discussion you had with your group, or based on what you read, or anything that you want to confirm based on your knowledge that you got from high school, probably? Any question? Okay. If there aren't any question, could you please show your camera? Yes, because I want to uh, call your numbers up. Also, yeah, probably it would be better if we meet directly. Yeah, you want to know your names and your school, where you're from. Wait a second. Oh gosh, I guess I haven't downloaded your name. Hmm. Ah, okay. Good. One, I shall just close it. Save minimize. 8 views. Okay, so the first one is Catherine Stephanie Anggreni. Catherine, what is your nickname?
Devi, Miss.
Kathy. Okay. From your high school?
Saint Ursula, Jakarta.
Okay, Sanur ya. The next one, thank you, Catherine. Angelina Hutomo. What's your nickname, Angelina?
My nickname is Angel, Miss. I'm from Global
Angel.
Prestasi School Bekasi.
Sorry?
I'm from Global Prestasi School Bekasi.
Global prosesi?
Prestasi.
Oh, prestasi. Sorry. Bekasi. Okay, thank you from Bekasi, yeah, Angel. Yeah, someone said you want to rejoin. Okay, if you want to rejoin, please try to rejoin again. Genevieve Cheryl Hanani. Sorry if I mistakenly pronounced your name. Genevieve. What's your nickname? Right here.
You can just call me Jen, or Genevieve is fine.
Okay, Jen. So, how do you spell your nickname? Gen? Jen?
Yeah, Gen.
Okay, Jen. Where are you from? Your high school?
From Tirta Marta BPK Penabur in Pondok Indah.
Okay, Marta BPK Penabur. Okay, thank you, Jakarta ya. Muhammad Rafa Akila Raski Akaputra. Are you there, Muhammad Rafa?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. What's your nickname?
Rafa.
Rafa, thank you. And where are you from? Your high school?
I'm from SMAN 81 Jakarta.
Okay, Jakarta Timur, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Rafa. Amanda Shafira. Amanda Shafira Adi Permana. What's your nickname, Amanda?
You can call me Amanda, Miss.
Okay, where are you from? Your high school?
SMA Lab School, Jakarta.
Okay, Lab School Jakarta Rawamangun.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. Teresa Tara Alolangi.
Miss, I'm Tara.
Tara.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you from, Tara? Your high school?
From Sanur.
Sanur.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, so same as Kathy, yeah? Okay, thank you. Shakira Raifa.
Hi.
Yeah, hello. What's your nickname?
Shakira.
Shakira. What's your high school from? Where are you from?
SMAN 1 Jakarta.
Seman 1, Budut.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Shakira. Raden Araria Parelino Wibowo. What's your nickname?
My nickname is Farel, Miss.
Farel.
Yeah, Miss Farel.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from SMAK 7 Penabur, Miss. SMAK 7.
Penabur. Okay, thank you. Jakarta, ya. Thank you. Muhammad Keanu Atalasha.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah, what's your nickname?
Keanu.
Athea.
Keanu.
Atean. Wait. Muhammad Keanu Atalasha. Ateanu jadinya.
Yeah, you can call me Keanu.
Oh, Keanu. Why did I hear Ateanu? Sorry. Your high school?
Alpus 3.
Alpus 3. Okay. Alpus 3. Raino Aditya.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah. What's your nickname?
You can call me Reino.
Reino.
Yes.
Reino. From?
Al-Azhar 3.
Alpus 3 juga. Is it the same? Yeah. Thank you. Next one, Rafael Faiz Nabil Arfan.
Hello, Miss.
Yep. What's your nickname?
My nickname is Rafael.
Rafael.
I'm
Where are you from?
SMA Lab School, Cibubur.
Okay. Thank you. Muhammad Faris Hisham.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah. What's your nickname?
Faris, Miss.
Faris. From?
I'm from Albayan Boarding School.
Albayan itu di mana ya?
Di Sukabumi, Miss.
Ah, okay.
Oke.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Humaira Fayaza Fakhrurozi.
Call me Ira.
Are you there, Humaira?
You can call me Ira.
Humaira. Your nickname?
Ira.
Ira. You're from?
SMA Karisma Bangsa.
Karisma. Where's that?
It's in Pondok Cabe.
Oh, Pondok Cabe. Okay. Oh, was it also the one that has a boarding school too? Is it a boarding school?
No, it's not a boarding school, but like if they have like an option if you wanna. Yeah.
Okay. SD SMA Islam Terpadu also?
No, it's
No.
different.
Oh, okay. Different,
It's
yeah.
not
Okay.
Islam.
I got mixed up. Ada si Pondok Cabe yang, yeah, I forgot. Okay, thank you. Faiz Ahmad Wibawa.
Hello, Miss. You
Hello.
can call
What's your
me
nickname?
Faiz.
Faiz. Okay.
Faiz. Yeah.
From?
I'm from SMA 3 Bandung.
Oh, Seman 3. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Bandung is on fire today. Did you read?
Yeah.
Universitas.
Yeah, I read it.
The one in.
I read it last night.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Semoga baik-baik aja ya. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next one, Erin Kasadia Nainggolan.
Hi, Miss. You could call me
Yeah.
Erin.
What shall I call you?
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I can hear you clearly.
You could call me Erin, Miss.
Erin. Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Mentari, Bintaro.
What? Can you say it
Mentari,
again?
Bintaro.
Oh, Mentari. Okay. Mentari Bintaro. It kind of rhyme. Makanya tadi agak I didn't get it. Mentari Bintaro. Thank you. Okay, next one, Latisha Kirana Sugarda.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah, what shall I call you?
Latisha.
Latisha. You're from?
I'm from SMA Kolese Gonzaga.
Oh, Gonzaga. Yeah, near. Okay, thank you. Aura Dian Raya Putri.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah, hello.
Please call me Aura.
Aura, and you're from?
Chikal.
Cikal. Okay, thank you. Daneswara Rafa Leonard.
Hello, Miss.
Yeah, what should I call you?
Call me Leon or Daneswara. It's okay.
Leonard or Danes. Okay. You're from?
Seman 3 Depok.
Depok. Okay. Hamzah Abdur Rashid.
Hello, Miss.
Yeah. What shall I call you?
You can call me Hamzah.
Hamzah. And you're from?
I'm from SMA Lab School Kebayoran.
Okay, let's go. Next one is Kailila Isnadira.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah, hello.
You can call me Lila.
Lela.
Lila.
Okay.
I'm from
Lela and
I'm from SMA Lab School Kebayoran.
wow. Okay. Banyak anak lab school ya di FA. Next one, Aurora Flora.
Hi, Miss.
Nickname Rora?
You can call me Aurora or Roar for short.
Okay, roar like a lion. And you're from?
I'm also from SMA School Bayoran.
Okay. Chandra Nashiwa Fajar Putri.
Hi, Miss. You can call me Chandra. It's fine.
Chandra.
Yeah, Chandra.
Chandra. Okay. From?
I'm from Cikal Amri 1.
Thank you. Nikesha Alifia Adzani.
Hi, Miss. You can call me
Ni?
Nikkei.
Nike. You're from?
I'm from SMA 2 Tangsel.
Okay. Dafa Afnas Ramadhani.
Yes, miss.
Yeah. What can I call you?
You can call me Dava.
From?
From SMA Islam Dian Daktika.
Dian. Where is that?
It's in Cinere, miss.
Oh, Cinere. Okay. Thank you. Hazel Athaya. Khairu. Adriansyah.
Yes, you can call me Hazel.
Are you back? You're back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What shall I call you?
You can call me Hazel.
Hazel. Okay. From?
From SMA Lab School Jakarta.
Okay. Lab school again.
Yes.
Yang lab school ini. Okay. Thank you. Fauzia Yasmin El Atik.
Hi, Miss.
Ya.
You can call me Zia from Alpus 3.
Zia Alpus 3. Okay. Alpus 3 juga banyak nih. Yeah, I have data of school, so it's a qualitative nominal, right? Okay. Kais Afan Abdurrahman.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah,
You can call me Kais.
Kais. From?
SMIT Nurul Fikri Depok.
Kelapa 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live there. Kelapa 2. Okay, Inshira Ludmila.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah,
Mm,
but what shall I call you? Inshira? I lost you. Inshira, are you still there? Okay. I'll skip you, Inshira, ya. Nanti lagi ya. Or you can chat me if you're still there. Muhammad Dafa, Diansa, Hesa.
Present, miss.
Yeah. What shall I call you?
You can call me Dava or Diansa.
Dafa or Diansa. Dafa aja yang gampang. From?
Okay. I'm from SMA Lab School Cibubur.
Lab School.
Yeah.
Lab School Cibubur. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next one. Nadia Anissa Putri.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah. What can I call you?
Nadia is fine.
Nadia. Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Jakarta Intercultural School, JIS.
Jakarta in JIS. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Aisyah Dwi Venas. Febrianti Harhap.
Yes.
Yeah. What shall I call you?
Aisha or Shah is fine.
Or Shaz?
Shah.
Oh, Shah. Sorry. Okay. Okay. From?
I'm from Alpus 1.
Alpus 1. Okay. Jihan Humaira.
Hi, Miss.
Perangin-angin.
Yes. You can call me Jihan.
Oh, Inchira is back. Okay, she was lost, emang. Okay. Jihan. Inchira, I'll go back to you later on, yeah? Jihan, what should I call you? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Jihan.
Jihan.
Just Jihan is
Where are you from?
okay.
Jihan is okay?
I'm from SMA Pradita Dirgantara. Yeah. I'm from SMA Pradita. Sorry. I'm from SMA Pradita Dirgantara.
What is that?
It's a boarding school in Bali, Solo.
Solo. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you come from Solo or you're actually from Jakarta?
Oh, no, I'm from Batam, but I go to school in Boyolali.
Okay. Batam to Boyolali must be a good city. I love Boyolali. Right? And now you're in Jakarta. Okay, welcome. Thank you, Jihan.
Yeah.
Next one,
Thank you.
Joan Priscilla.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah. What can I call you?
You can be Joan.
Sorry?
Joan.
Joan. Thank you. From?
From St. John BSD.
St. John Bese. Okay. Thank you. Next one, Rafaelo Rayendra Portier.
Yes, miss. You can
Yeah.
call me Ryan.
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 Okay, thank you. From?
I'm from SMA Kolese Gonzaga.
Okay, Gonzaga. Okay, next one, Fikar Hikmatia Ramadan.
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, what shall I call you?
You can call me Fikar.
Fikar from?
SMA Victory Plus Bekasi.
Okay, thank you. Victory Plus. Thank you, Bekasi. Next one is Ariel Daniela Sinabutar.
Hi, Miss.
Yeah. What shall I call you?
You can call me Ariel
Ariel. From?
from SMA Bukit Sion.
Bukit Sion, where's that?
In West Jakarta.
Okay.
Yeah.
SMA Bukit Siam.
Bukit Sion.
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 Okay. Is it like a Catholic school? Or doesn't have any, is it a religion based?
Religion based, but people who usually go into my school is basketball players.
Oh, so you're a basketball player. My conclusion. You are?
I used to play basketball.
Oh, nice. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, I'm curious. So you have a good your school have a good team?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, nice to know. Thank you, Ariel. Chikitana Pera Ardianti. Did I pronounce it correct?
Yes, Miss. You can call me Tana.
Tana.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you from?
I'm from Lab School Kebayoran High School.
Lagi Lab School Kebayoran. Thank you, Tana. Muhammad Bintang Taufik Sutijo.
Hi, Miss. You can call me
Yeah.
Bintang.
Bintang. Where are you from?
I'm from Global Jaya School.
I can't see your face. Where are you from again? Sorry.
Global Jaya School.
Global.
Yeah.
Global Jaya.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Bintang. Next one, Zayad Muhammad Ben Rati.
Yes, hi Miss.
Yeah.
You can call me Zayat.
Zayad from?
Sekolah Global Indo Asia. It's in Batam.
Oh, are you from Batam?
Yeah.
So you ngekos di sini.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to Jakarta. Take care. Okay, so next one is last but not least, Abdullah Azam.
Okay, you can call me Azam, Miss.
Azam from?
Kafila International Islamic School, Jakarta.
Say it again. Kafilah.
Kafila International Islamic School.
Where?
Jakarta. In
Okay.
Ciracas, Miss. That is boarding school, actually.
Oh, okay.
Islamic
So
boarding
you're
school.
used to in a boarding school, or you come from Jakarta too? You live in Jakarta, I mean.
I live in near Kelapa Dua, Miss.
Oh, near Kelapa Dua. Okay. Near lah to UI ya.
Yeah.
Okay then. So anyone hasn't been called yet? Is Azam the last one? Last one previously is in Shira Ludmila. Are you there in Shira? I hope your signal is good.
Yes.
So what should I call you in Shira?
In Shira or Shira for short.
Shira, okay. From I made a mistake here. Control Z. Shira, and you are from?
I'm from SMA N81 Jakarta.
Okay, 81 Jakarta. Okay. I heard that next week we're going to have it online again. Is it true? Did you hear about it? 11 sampai 13 because of the graduation. Have you heard about it?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, online again, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I don't really enjoy online because right now, like I'm used to making some writings, and right now, the laptop that I'm having, I cannot write on it. I have another laptop, but it was being borrowed by my sister. I hope I can get it. So if we have to do an online next week, I don't know if I can get it because it's anyway. Okay, see you again online next week. If there's any change, yeah, we'll